Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have a couple new ships about to set sail, but we have an area that is being canceled once again. They will no longer be going there for one cruise line. We have a whole bunch of makeovers for a different cruise line, including brand new restaurants coming on board. We have a cruise line taking possession of their newest ship, and another ship coming online that's promising a whole bunch of new entertainment. Well, first off, you may have noticed it's getting a little colder out there. Maybe if you're in Florida, you may not have noticed this, or Texas. But if you're in eastern United States and in Canada, you definitely notice it's starting to get a little chillier out there, and that marks the end of the Alaska season. That's right. An NCL Encore was the last ship to leave, officially closing out the 2025 Alaska season. I guess we'll have to wait another year until we can visit this lovely destination. Again, it had more ships and more calls than ever before, and it's still one of the most popular destinations for cruising in the entire world, rivaling only the Caribbean as a more popular destination. Next, let's talk about a destination that you will not be going to, at least on celebrity cruise lines. We all know Royal Caribbean has recently announced that they will no longer be going to Haiti, their little private destination there in Haiti, because of the potential violence and the uprisings that have been going on in that particular country. And they said at least until April of next year, they will no longer be going to. Well, Celebrity Cruise Line has come out and said, yeah, we're going even further than that. They have now announced that they are not going there for the entire 2025 season and the entire 2026 season as well. So again, they will no longer be heading to those destinations. It must be pretty serious when they're calling that they're just going to abandon the whole private area and everything for over a year. Almost a year and a half, at least, until returning to that area. Safety first, though, folks. Safety first. And I'm glad if they feel it's unsafe that they're not bringing anybody to that destination. Next, let's talk about celebrity again. The XL is about to go on some inaugural sailings here in November, and she is promising some brand new big entertainment on board. They are saying there's going to be 3 new shows in the theater, 2 new shows in the club, including a throwback to the 1980s, a comedy show that's going to be showing like a murder mystery, like to help people, even the audience can help participate in solving the murder. And that's one thing I am going to give a hats off to Celebrity. Even on their XL class ships, right? So you have the Celebrity XL, the Apex, and they're all they're all a little bit different. They have a little different artwork on board. They have a little different rooms on board that look a little different. While they're the same basic design of the ship, they all feel slightly different when you get on board, which is terrific because you feel like you're experiencing a brand new ship when you go on this class ship. Well, they also do that for their entertainment. You may see one show on board that is similar to another ship, but overall they try and bring out brand new shows on all these XL ships, which I gotta give them a hats off to because I really appreciate it when I'm seeing different shows on the ships. I recently just got off a Princess cruise ship. I've been on the Royal Princess many times. And of the 3 shows, there was only one that was kind of new, and I had seen it before, but it's been gone for a long period of time. And the other 2, I have seen now at least 40 times. Now, as much as I may enjoy some shows, after 40 times, I start saying, I need something new. I need something different, which is why I appreciate the new shows coming, to the Star Princess and the new shows that were on the Sun Princess. So I'm hoping that Princess will expand their entertainment and shows even more, because some of these shows now are going on a decade old. That's how long they've been performing them on some of these cruise ships. And speaking of Princess Cruise Lines, we have a cruise ship fresh out of dry dock, and that is now the Sapphire Princess, one of their older ships. I'll grant you that, but they have expanded to have 2 new dining venues on board. They are now giving you the Crown Grill, which is of course the most popular steakhouse, often voted best steakhouse at sea. They have that salt offerings with lava salt and apple wood, and it's a very good dining restaurant. And also Mikado Ocean, which is their sushi. By popular sushi chef, okay, Mikado, and I had the pleasure of meeting this gentleman last year on the Sun Princess when it launched, and he actually made the sushi for us while we were on board. Very nice gentleman. He is world renowned, and I'm going to tell you, if you're a sushi lover, you're not going to get a small portion. You're getting huge portions when you eat at this restaurant. So I'm glad to see it's coming to the Sapphire Princess. But what I'm not happy to see is the price range, and I'm starting to see that on the Princess ships now, where their specialty dining has gone a lot higher than it used to be. I remember a time when I could book the Crown Grill, for instance, for $29 a person. And the new dining fees on the Sapphire Princess, when Crown Grill opens, by the way, it's on the ship, but it won't open until about the 15th of November when you're getting on board. So be aware of that if you're on before that time. But it's around $60 a person. I just noticed somebody told me that the Crown Grill was $60 on the Royal Princess as well. I didn't really notice the prices on board. I only ate at the specialty restaurant twice while I was on board, and one was with the travel agent, so it was kind of like a group thing event. So I didn't really notice it, but that seems a little high. But specialty dining on other cruise ships are around that price as well. If you go on Royal Caribbean and you try, or NCL, you do their special, it's going to be in that price range as well. So I guess Princess is just catching up. But I used to be able to say, hey, they had some of the lowest specialty restaurant fees in the cruising industry. I don't think I can say that anymore. And finally, we also have the Disney Cruise Line taking possession of the Disney Destiny. That's right. She's passed her sea trials and everything, and now the company has officially taken possession of the ship. So yeah, pretty exciting news if you're a Disney Cruise Line fan. I was actually looking for a Disney cruise next year to fit in between 2 of my adventures, and it's just not going there. But I was surprised at the price, because I thought it was going to be way higher than it was, and it turned out it was very comparable to some of the other cruise lines now. So if you've been putting off a Disney cruise because you think the price is just way too high, maybe look one more time, and perhaps you might be surprised at how much closer the prices are to the cruise lines now, because the other cruise lines have raised their prices so much. They've actually caught up to Disney in a lot of ways. So yeah, I may be looking at more Disney cruises in the future than I ever thought I would. So there you go. Well, what do you guys think? What about going to Haiti for over a year? I mean, things could settle down in February, and now I guess they can just reschedule. But it must be pretty bad when a cruise line goes and says, you know what? I don't think we should go there all next year. Let's just rearrange our schedule and we'll deal with it as it goes. That's some pretty severe things, saying maybe Haiti's not a great place to go right now. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great Vacation.